Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing another Thanos. I do believe this is the last Thanos that I have in my collection as of now. So this is Thanos from Marvel Legends. He was released in 2018. And I do want to say that this one has more of like a... It almost looks like the Diamond Select Thanos, where they kind of put the comic book and the movie one together, and they kind of fuse them together, but they give him more of the movie colors. Excuse me. This one, it looks like they did the exact same thing, except he has more of like the movie design, but more of like the comic book colors, as you can see, and obviously he's a lot more metallic. I will be doing some comparisons later on, but for now we're just getting a great view of the figure. Getting a nice 360 view. So what we're going to do now is take the figure off the turntable and take a look at everything the figure comes with. Alrighty folks, so this is everything the figure comes with. I apologize, you can't see it too well. I will bring each item up closely so you can take a closer view, so we can take a closer view. But this is everything the figure comes with. He does come with an extra head sculpt. This one's more of a serious look on him. He's not smiling or anything like that. He's just serious face. The paint sculpt on it, I like this metallic on him. Although I don't really know if I do like the metallic with this yellow look. I don't know. He's very, very bright. So I think he just stands out a little bit too much for my taste. But overall, the paint job on him is very nice. The transition from his helmet to his face is very nice, and just that glow on his eyes. Oh my gosh, that's what really caught my attention with this figure, was just that glow that he has on his eyes. They didn't really do too much of a detailing on as far as his face goes. Maybe they could have done a little bit more black wash to kind of bring out the accents of his face. But overall, this head sculpt's actually not bad. He comes with an extra gauntlet. I'm not too I haven't really looked at the figure too much as to why they comes with the gauntlet. I do want to say is because this is part of his gauntlet when he's not wearing the Infinity Gauntlet, and so when he is wearing the Infinity Gauntlet, it has to match that. So this is if this goes like this, is if like almost if he wasn't wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Obviously, if he's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet, it's all one piece, so it has to look like it's different. So it does come with an extra piece like this, which is just a regular gauntlet. It's actually kind of flimsy plastic. It's not hard. And he does have one on his other arm as well. Nice little detailed, a little bit of scratch right there. Not scratches that I've made, but it's like, almost battle damage. He has actually it's just one really solid color really, except with this little, detail on it itself. So you can actually tell that there is a little bit of an accent to it. So as far as his hand goes, I do believe this is the hand it came with. I just switched out the gauntlet with this one. This is the other hand he comes with. As you can see, that's really, really nicely detailed. You can see where his knuckles are at. You can see he's wearing gloves on it. Unfortunately, his fingers don't move, but overall, I do like the metallic look on his hands only. Not throughout his whole body, but on his hands, it looks nice. Just the detail, I guess. I'm gonna get past me not liking the metallic. I'm gonna say I like the way the metallic detail and paint job look. So that's something that I am going to say about it. But overall, the figure it's too shiny. But I do like his hand. It's very nice because he doesn't have really like the metallic shiny in his palm, but it's like shiny up above. That's why I like it so much. But that is everything that the figure comes with. I really wish they would have, I know he has... I've seen a few figures, some people, kind of posing the Thanos that they have with some dioramas, and one's holding the Tesseract. But then I really thought to myself, how can he be holding the Tesseract in one hand, yet in the other hand he has the Infinity Gauntlet with all the stones? It wouldn't make sense. So that's probably why he doesn't come with anything else. I do wish he did come with some more accessories, but what else could he really come with? I mean, they're not going to give him the throne because that would just be a humongous old box. And maybe Lady Death would have been nice. Their Marvel Legends version of Lady Death, but who knows? Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is take these all to the side and bring out the figure and take a closer look. Alrighty, everyone, here he is, Thanos himself. So what we're gonna do first is I'm just getting a good view of him, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna bring up the camera, just so I can actually bring him up and he's not hitting the floor when I'm actually reviewing him. So yes, let's go over his head sculpt. Like I said, this one is it's the same exact as the other one, except this one he has a menacing smile to him. You can tell it's not a happy one. It's just like an evil, menacing smile. It's not a grin either. So I like that. The paint detail on his teeth, for what it is, I can't complain. I liked it. It's nice. It's he's smiling. Actually, now that I'm kind of paying attention to him a little bit more, you can actually see that to put a little bit more of a black wash look to his head sculpt more than they did the other one. So this is what I was talking about. You can see the accents of his face a lot more. As far as his body, this is another thing that's kind of it's weird to me. It's just one piece. I mean, if you take off his head, because you can't switch out his head sculpt, he just comes off completely, and it's like almost like if he's not wearing anything. And I don't know if I like it because it helps with the movement, like, see. But then, like, when you go do movements like that, it looks dumb on him. It doesn't look right. So I don't know if I would have preferred it to be one still piece, or if this is what people like, and I just don't know if it's going to be lifted like that, because if he's doing a crazy movement. So that's one thing that I don't like about this figure, was that. Now, also, one thing I don't like about my figure, he has a weird time standing up. Like, he either leans back too much or he leans back forward too much for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the joints are a little bit loose. Maybe the figures are a little bit loose, but who knows? So, yeah, the paint detail around him, it doesn't match too much. What I'm talking about is, okay, you got the shiny, take for example, you got the shiny boots here. Let's go over the boots real quick. The shiny, glossy, metallic look. He has the treads on the bottom of his boots. So this is a very nice, detailed boot. But then if going from the boot to right about here, it changes colors. It's like a different yellow. This isn't even shiny gloss anymore. It's just like a matte gloss. It's not even a matte gloss. It's just a matte color. And then going up here is like just a matte color. This is a matte color. And then his gauntlet is just like a shiny yellow, and then this is like a matte color. So I really don't know what they did. And they did the same thing with his body. Like, look how shiny his arms are. And don't get me wrong, I like the arms. You can tell the accents where they're at. Maybe they could add a little bit more black to really bring out those accents. And then they really put those these little details with the yellow stuff on it. But look how shiny his like arms are compared to his chest. I mean, yes, they're both shiny, but this one kind of has like a little bit like just a small little matte like plain gloss, and this one's just like shiny, pops out at you. It's almost as if you were looking at his palm, like I was showing earlier, where it's kind of like a flat shiny, and this is like a vibrant, like sticking out shiny. And that's one thing that I've noticed about the figure himself. The one thing that I haven't really liked about him. Overall, though, this figure is really nice. It stands out completely from every other figure, just its colors. And so I started collecting these figures. I started collecting a lot of figures. I just kind of noticed that I wasn't really collecting much Marvel, and I don't really have Marvel toys aside from Spider-Man. So I don't have like Iron Man, I don't have Captain America, I don't have really Avengers. So getting Thanos in my collection just didn't really go with it. So I haven't collected anymore. I do have these. They're kind of in the box, kind of just sitting there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. I might end up getting rid of them, but for now they're just kind of sitting there. They're really nice figures though. They're really nice. So I can't really complain about the figures. This one is just I got this one just because I kind of wanted him to go with my other ones, and he just didn't really he's kind of like in the middle of both of them. So anyway, so I'm gonna leave him here, and what we're gonna do next is go over articulation. Alrighty, folks. So going over articulation. Before we do that, I don't know if I did the tape measure again on him. I probably didn't. I know I always forget. This one's actually shorter than 8 inches. He's about 7 7/8, no, 7 3/4. Then again, Marvel Legends, they always stick to about 7 inches, so I can't be mad about that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring up the camera just a little bit, so when I'm moving the figure, it doesn't really bump the floor. I have to always say that in most of my videos, just so they're not like, oh, his camera work sucks, so you know, he has some still cameras. I'm letting you know why I'm moving the camera. So as far as articulation goes, his head does turn 360 degrees. He does have kind of an upward and a downward look. So it looks like there's actually a single ball joint at his neck, which is great. This does move. Like I said earlier, it just kind of flops around there. As far as his arms go, he does turn 360 degrees, which is nice. Kind of like a ratchet turning. It clicks every time when you turn, which is nice. He goes up to about there, so not too much on the side. He goes down to his waist a lot. And there's some figures that when you bring them down, they look like this, and you can't put them from further than that. But this one, he does go down pretty nice. He does have a 360 turn at his bicep, which is nice. He has a single joint at the elbow. He has no movement at the gauntlet, because it's just a slide-on gauntlet. He does have a 360 turn at his wrist. I do believe it actually, there is a ball joint there. So when I was reviewing the other hand, it does go up and down, but because the gauntlet is there, it really hinders it. So it doesn't really move that much. As far as his torso, there's a clicking ratchet sound right there. He does look down to about there. And it looks back to about there. As far as, there is a little bit of movement at his waist, not much. Like I'm going to push it to about there, and then I'm going to push it to about there on the other side. I think this is what really hinders it from moving. As far as his legs go, I'm going to push it to about there. And when I say push it, I'm sure you can push these figures a lot further. It's just these are from my personal collection, and I don't want to push it to where I damage the figure or break him. So as far as going back, he doesn't go much further than that. He does have a 360 turn at the thigh. He has a double bend at the knee, so he does have a nice little bend at the knee there. And as far as, okay, there is 360 turn right there. So it's at the calf. And as far as his ankle goes, he goes all the way down like that, which is kind of wild. Going up on Thanos, not too much. And there is movement, actually, sideways movement. Oh my god, that looks completely crazy. Look at that. But there is movement at the ankle there, which is actually very, very nice. Also, one last gripe that I have, I'm not trying to pick out a lot of them. This is another one where I don't like that his hand isn't closed and it's open, but that's just me. I like his hand preferably closed. But anyway, so what we're going to do next is put him to the side here and do some comparisons. Alrighty, folks, so as far as comparisons, the first one we'll bring out is Thanos from Thanos from Diamond Select, released in 2020. There he is. As you can tell, he is a little bit taller. As you can also tell that the way the figure is made is very similar. The whole figure, all three figures are actually the very exact same. The paint color is just different. Obviously, they're smaller. These are smaller than the other one. But so yeah, this is the Diamond Select. I do prefer this one a lot more. The color on this one is a lot better to me. I like that the gauntlet is closed. So yeah, that's nice comparison. Just a little bit taller than this one. This one's a little bit over 7 inches. This one I think is about 7. I'm not too actually. Here. Just to 7 5/8, 7 3/4. 7 7/8. So he's barely taller than him. So that's him. The other one that we have here is Thanos from Diamond Select, released in 2012. This is a gigantic figure, as you can see again. This one just it just goes up to his shoulders. This is a gigantic figure, which is, as you can see, that's one thing I still don't like. He's like, his arms just right open. It's just weird to me. Alrighty, folks, this is it. Thanos from Marvel Legends, released in 2018. If you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I do have an Instagram. If you can please give me a follow. You know, you want an Insights group before YouTube, please give that a follow. I'll put the link in the description below. That being said, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.